Hey, what's up, everybody? I don't normally do these at this time of the day, but I just want to jump in for something really quick here. As I was checking the news, I'm seeing that stocks are hitting all-time highs, and I just want everybody to know this before the close of the week here. It's only about 19 minutes left in the trading week for regular hours, anyways, in the U.S. here. So, what's going on? I mean, let's talk about this real quick. Uh, Basically, we're just seeing a lot of momentum coming back to the market. S&P 500 is way up. That's hitting the new record here. And I think it's important to understand that this is why the mentality of you have to not stress over short-term price moves and you have to not stress over little tiny micro events in the markets. It's important to pay attention to the macro. It's important to understand what this means for your portfolio and just set yourself up for long-term success. If you've been buying in the recent past, you should be seeing some pretty good results coming here. Um, but let's talk real quick about what we're seeing, right? So as it stands, the Dow Jones Industrial rose about 450 points. S&P's up by about 1%, which is a new intraday record. We know NASDAQ's up about 0.8, and this will actually be the sixth positive week out of 7 for the S&P 500. So the mentality of, sort of set it and forget it, investing over time, keeping your money in one place really continues to be a great method for a lot of investors. I know it's exciting to chase meme stocks and chase the next tiny crypto into seeing it become a big thing. But at the end of the day, slow and steady does win the race. It does lead to long-term millionaires and 401ks, IRAs, etc. So the more you can focus on long-term growth, the better. Now, that said, does inflation help to sort of impact our ability to go up from an asset perspective? 100%. But that's okay because you're investing in assets by owning stocks. So we know that we're seeing everything currently green for the week. This is pretty exciting and it's a good place to be. But just some quick things here, like from a standpoint of like what we're seeing today, Bank of America is up 2.5%. Royal Caribbean and Wynn are up about 2%. American Airlines, United Airlines are up about 2%. United is up even 3%. GM is up 3.5%. Wedbush now saying it's a buy. And, again, like I think these are just really, really great things that we're seeing across the market, indicative of a lot of confidence in the marketplace today. This doesn't mean that on Monday things can't go down, and certainly some will. But it's just really important to be aware that as we're hitting these intraday highs, this is during a time when things are still a little bit uneven. We're still seeing the recovery making its way. So just a good moment to be involved in the market, to be aware of what's going on, and just to make sure you're not getting excited every day and trading in and out of positions for losses or tax implications when you have to give it time to work out. One of the things we see, especially from the standpoint of hedging, is people get very scared very fast and their hedges don't work. What you have to give things time to work. You have to believe and have faith in the momentum that you're trying to play and let it be successful. If you believe that stock XYZ was a good buy, let it be a good buy. Hold it for a long period of time and have confidence in it. Add to it when it makes sense and take away when it doesn't. Just another note, we also know that the yield on the 10-year was up 7 basis points to its last number that I happen to see was 1.36%. So this sort of helps with the idea of that fear around an economic slowdown. Now, of course, I want to be really clear here. All of this being said, I'm never overly optimistic or overly cautious that things are gumdrops and lollipops and it can never go down. For sure, it can go down. But that said, what I really want to focus on is how we're looking at this, how we're engaging with the market, looking when the market's doing well like it is today, and making sure that we go into the weekend without panicking about what's happening. So I'm going to say this one more time, and I'll keep the video short. When we see intraday highs like we are today and all-time records in the stock markets, this is the value of a slow and steady approach that's focused on the value of an even portfolio, investing in a way that makes sense for you based on your own financial system. And again, I'm not here to provide financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, and you should always make sure you check with them when you do so. But if you are managing your own portfolio, this is why it pays to know what's going on, have a long-term approach to it, understand where your risks lie, and let the market do its job. Even with everything going on in the world, we still are seeing record highs in the stock market. This is how people build wealth over time. This is how you build long-term wealth that tends to stay there when markets shift. You got to stop panicking when the markets go down because then they can come right back up again. Looking at the way some of these stocks I just mentioned got hammered yesterday to where they are today, if you sold, you missed out on the gains. And you have to stop this mentality of fear drives my actions. It's about commitment. It's about investing in what you believe in, and it's about walking away from it sometimes. Hedge it, create a put against it, whatever, if that's what you need to do to sleep at night. But overall, the markets are looking good. let them treat you well, let them be advantageous to the way your portfolio grows and to your wealth building exercise. So with that said, I appreciate you watching. I get to get back to what I was doing. It's the middle of the day for me here. But it's actually nice to have the sun shining in during a live session instead of my normal nightly ones on Sundays. So thanks so much. If you end up watching this at some point over the weekend, or if you're watching right now, we really appreciate it. Good luck to everyone out there. Hopefully you're reaping some rewards from the market upticks today. And otherwise, be good out there. Hopefully the portfolio keeps growing. Thanks so much and have a good weekend.